This is Monster Mash!
Night of the Creeps. Okay, so when the movie starts off, we're on a spaceship, and there's this alien guy running around. He has this huge canister, and he's running away from something. You come to find out that he's running away from other alien dudes that just want to get the canister back from him. And this guy's mission is to get this fucking canister off this motherfucking ship. So he freaking throws the canister off the ship, and it crashes down to Earth. Then we go to Sorority Row 1959, where we see two lovers overlooking the point when they see what looks like a comet or like a meteor or something crashing through the sky. So big manly man here decides, let's go check it out. So they finally pull over. The guy gets out the car, and the chick's like freaking out because she doesn't want to be in the car alone. Mr. Hero here has to get out the car and go save the day and find the shooting star. And what he finds is so grisly, so horrific. He leans over and he sees this canister on the ground that's cracked. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this giant slug just leaps out of the canister and right into his fucking mouth. And then the giant mutated alien slug works its way up to his brain, and that's where it incubates. So you basically just walk around and wander around like a mindless zombie, you know, and then your head explodes and a bunch of them shoot out, creating more zombies, essentially. Meanwhile, his girlfriend's back in the car getting axe murdered. Okay, so the movie stars these two guys, and they're in a college, and they're trying to get into a frat because one of the guys wants this girl to like him. His friend's doing whatever he can to try to hook the two of them up. But they try to join this fraternity, and basically the fucking asshole jock motherfucker frat guys tell them that they have to go down to a morgue or something and obtain an actual corpse. Basically tells them that they have to go find a body, like a dead body somehow, and then put it on the steps of another fraternity, you know, to freak them out as like a sort of a prank or something. And it's basically their initiation into the beta. They go down to this like cryogenic stasis lab or something, and they sneak in, and they find this guy frozen inside this tube. He's literally in a cryogenic state, basically suspended animation. And somehow, by pressing a bunch of buttons, I guess, they accidentally open up the fucking container, like containing this frozen corpsicle, is what they call it. After they open up the human corpsicle's frozen sarcophagus, they're dragging him out of there, or carrying him out of there, and then out of nowhere, this motherfucker comes alive and grabs JC's arm, and then they both freak the fuck out and get the hell out of there. Okay, to make a long story short, JC, you know, Chris's buddy, his friend, his pal, he finds out pretty much how the zombies are happening, like what the fuck like is the cause of it. He finally figures it out, but by the time he does, it's too late. He's in the bathroom, and he hears some sort of a commotion, and he looks out of the stall, and he sees a dead body on the ground with its head split open, and there's slugs coming out of it. So he freaks out, and he has a pack of matches, and he drops the pack of matches, and he leans down to pick it up, and one of the slugs just like goes right across, and it scares the shit out of him. And then he hurries up and he picks up the pack of matches, he lights the fucking match, and he successfully like burns one of these fucking slugs. So he gets a little confident, and then alien slugs goes right up his fucking pants leg, and then he jumps off the toilet seat and falls onto the floor. And he sees a bunch of these slug things just fucking slithering and fucking sliding and like zooming across the floor. And then one of them just zigzags its way right into his fucking mouth. And that's the end of him. The ending of the movie is such an epic finale. It ends with Chris and his prom date Cynthia just fighting off hordes of zombies with flamethrowers, lawnmowers, and shotguns. It was fucking badass. I remember it like it was yesterday watching this fucking classic film whenever I was a kid. And then you got my boy Tom Atkins in there just being badass as fuck throughout the entire film. He has so many one-liners, it's ridiculous. I mean, all I can truly say is, if you haven't seen this classic, iconic horror film from the 80s, definitely highly recommend that you check it out. There's heads blowing up, people getting set on fire. This shit is fucking badass. There was no other zombie movie back then like this at all. And especially the way that they turned into the zombies was sheer genius. Scott 86, Night of the Creeps. See you guys on the next episode of Monster Mash.
You took the long